No, I didn't know you could see this well. I genuinely did not. It feels, it's a funny story. Dr. Chaikin he has a little computer, a screen that shows the letters, and he asks to read them out. And it goes from 2020 to 2015, I'm still reading, and then at 2010, he leans in to actually double check what I just said, and it was correct. So I was very proud of the fact that I was sitting there reading out 2010, and he has to get closer with his eyes. So it worked. Yeah. No, it's speechless. The fact is with vision, I guess with many senses, you don't know what you're missing until you actually know what it could be like. And LASIK is awesome, and it's getting better. I've only had it last week, so it's still improving. I've improved from 2020 to 2015 to 2010 over this week as my eyes are healing. And so it's just ease. It makes life a lot easier. I walk out the door and I always tap myself. I'm like, I don't have glasses on. Then I realize I don't need them because I see better than with glasses. So it's fantastic. No, it's very freeing sensation. Took a trip in the Caribbean and I was sailing. I had my prescription sunglasses on, and then I lose them, and that's my vision gone and the beautiful scenery gone for the rest of the vacation. My family's into architecture, and I didn't know I could see pointing in brickwork so well as I do now. That's the first thing I noticed. I walked out the door the first day after getting my LASIK, and I noticed that the building vis-a-vis my building is a new building. I was like, I've never seen this building before, even with glasses. Everything is sharp, as sharp as you can get it. It's vision in HD, I guess, is what it is. It really is. Dr. Chaikin's staff are fantastic. I mean, from when they're just very amicable, more amicable than you would think in other doctors' offices. And they remember you very well. And Dr. Chaikin has a fantastic memory of people. This is the one thing I've noticed about him. I walk in once a year or whatever I need to. He's like, oh, how's your sister? How's your brother? He's doing this, he's doing that. So I find it's a very comfortable setting, a very professional setting, and a very accurate. I think everything about the office is very accurate and precise, which is what you need when you go into an eye doctor. I always go back to the time where my vision was going or becoming slightly blurry, and I was hesitant to get glasses. And then I got my glasses and I realized, well, I've been waiting too long because this was silly. And same thing with LASIK. I mean, from glasses to LASIK, it was just I was waiting too long, and it's been amazing. I mean, it's not, the funny thing is you can't really describe how you're going to see until you actually see, until you've done LASIK. It's a lot better. So truly, I've never seen this well in my life, ever. I cannot remember the last time I saw this well. So it's made my life a lot happier. It reminds me every day that I could really see. I test my eyesight against my friends a lot. So I say, can you see this? Can you see that? I can. So it really is one of your most important senses, if not the most important. And I have it now. It used to be subpar, and now I can see 2010, which is I think way above. It's like in the 95th, 99th percentile range. So it's fantastic. I went from below 50% to having the most wonderful vision on earth. So it's amazing.
Now I'm free. I mean, after LASIK, I can see everything. I think one of the most surprising things was that as soon as the operation was done, basically the next day, I could see perfectly. It's not like it had to happen over time, and that I would grow into it. It was, I was there, and then my eyes were transformed. That day, that hour, and that minute, everything went perfectly. And I have 20/20 vision now. I think one of the things that I think was most important was that I trusted Dr. Chaikin, had a relationship with him. he gave me a full disclosure on what the process was, up to the procedure, through the procedure. I felt that I had the right kind of information. I think anybody that wants to do this wants to feel reassured. And Dr. Chaikin is certainly, I mean, I have total confidence in his capabilities, his professionalism, and his technical capabilities as well. It's the kind of thing that anybody who's really, looking to undergo something like that would want to feel that they were, that their questions would be answered, that they would be well taken care of.
Well, wearing glasses was a chore for me in a lot of different ways, primarily because I'm very, very active. So you had, in essence, a bind around your face. And if you were wearing contacts, then my eyes are fairly sensitive, so you could feel the contacts. And especially toward the end of the day, your eyes would be blood red. It felt like sandpaper every time you blink. And so, that was a ritual that I lived through my whole life. What brought me to LASIK was I had several friends that had done it and basically it was a miracle with regard to the impact on their life. I chose Barry Chaikin because of those testimonials. Eyes are very personal, obviously, and very intimate, and you're very concerned about it. And Dr. Chaikin clearly comes across as competent, secure, very experienced, and gives you a sense of comfort and security that you're in good hands and you're with someone that has a lot of experience and knows what he's doing. And the staff simplifies everything. They did a great job, followed up, called, made sure you were doing stuff, made it very personal. And again, it goes back to that idea of feeling comfortable and feeling that you're in good hands and that people really are genuinely interested in the experience you're having and the outcome that you're going to have. I think Dr. Chaikin would not have operated on me if I weren't a genuine candidate. The amount of time that went into seeing whether you were a genuine candidate or not, and all the testing and the staff focus, I think, got me comfortable that he would basically not do something that was not recommended. And he was upfront and said, basically, there's a good portion of my patient population that wants to get LASIK done that he has to turn away because they are not appropriate candidates. And that gave me a good feeling. It made me feel, again, comfortable and secure that I was in good hands. I would say that what I felt right after the surgery when I opened up my eyes and everything just sort of came into focus was just joy. That you could experience something like this, and I'd never experienced that in my memory. And it was just being liberated and set free. It was an amazing, amazing feeling. I think the thing that I can do now that I couldn't do before, and this is really going to sounds really stupid, but stand on a street corner and read a sign. Something as simple as that is pretty impressive. I'm a banker, so obviously my emotions are usually kept in check, but this is a very deep and intimate thing. It's these simple things that can have a huge impact on your life, and you don't necessarily even realize it until you've experienced it. It gives you another reason to live and live life to its fullest. I'd say the one reason to have it done is, simplified in a word, I'd say it brings freedom to your life. It sets you free. And it sets you free not only from the routine and the drudgery of contacts and glasses, depending upon your lifestyle, but also sets you free in terms of how you can see the world and how you can react to it. And it's you taking it all in. It's not you through something taking it all in. I think you should consider laser surgery because it is a freedom that is given to you that you truly cannot appreciate it until you've gone through the other side. It's like being a handicapped person and stepping out of a wheelchair. You can't walk and suddenly you can walk, or you're blind and now you can see. It is just so incredibly liberating, not only emotionally, or I should say not only physically, but also emotionally. And as I said before, one of the simplest things had the biggest impact for me with regard to just being able to see a sign on a street corner. My recommendation is stop waiting and get the damn thing done. It has such a big impact on your life, and you will not regret it, I guarantee it.
Definitely the idea of the interlace system was a factor in my deciding to do this. I've been thinking about getting LASIK for probably close to 9 or 10 years. My father had been encouraging me to get LASIK for 9 or 10 years, but I was nervous about it because I wasn't sure that the technology was there or there was a blade involved, which is very scary to me. I don't like knives or needles particularly. So, the idea that everything was laser and that, it had been so proven, Dr. Chaikin had done it so many times with great result, that was very reassuring to me. Dr. Chaikin definitely inspired confidence in me. For me, at least personally, the most important thing is for somebody to give me information. That's what sets my mind at ease. So he answered all my questions, gave very thorough information. So this was something where I really felt like I knew what I was getting into. And then, on the actual day of the surgery, Dr. Chaikin was there. He was, very calm, talked me through it, and it was, remarkably easy. In one sentence, why should somebody consider LASIK? Do you like to see? That's pretty much it.